What's up guys? Been a while. Been 2 whole weeks actually. I've been busy with some side projects that I wanted to work on for a while and also some other video editing related stuff. We're finally back with another Trove video. This video will discuss the latest patch for Trove on PC, and we'll go over whatever changes I think are most important to point out from the patch notes. Remember to like and subscribe if you enjoy the video, as it really helps to support the channel. With that being said, it's time to get into the patch notes. First things first, we have some major changes to the Lunar Lancer class. Overall, the changes make the Lunar Lancer significantly less boring in my opinion. Lunar Lancer pretty much used to just be a class where you'd press one button over and over again to deal a ton of damage in one hit, but now the class actually has other interesting abilities and mechanics. The first major change to the class is that it no longer uses energy for its abilities. The Lunar Lancer now uses something called Moon Power, which renders max energy and energy regen stats useless for this class. The Lunar Lancer's passive ability, Lunacy, has been changed to reflect this switch from energy to Moon Power. Using abilities or hitting enemies with basic attacks gives you Moon Power. At max Moon Power, you'll be able to use your ultimate ability, but we'll talk more about that in a bit. Lunar Lancer's basic attack has had its damage increased by 280%, with the addition of an increased hit range and new animations. I'm also not sure if this is a bug or not, since it wasn't listed in the patch notes, but at the time of recording this, there seems to be a random chance of a cleave attack that has a larger hitbox than the normal attack. Moving on to the primary ability, Grapple, the Lunar Lancer will immediately get pulled towards their target location, dealing 350% damage on impact to any nearby enemies. If Grapple misses, the ability cooldown will be reset. If I recall correctly, the old version of this ability forced you to land the spear, then press the button again to pull yourself in, which was really just awkward and clunky, so I'm glad that they changed this to a single input ability. The secondary ability has been changed to Lunar Leap, an ability in which you jump into the air, dealing 350% damage to enemies around you, and gain a slow fall effect. During this slow fall effect, your primary ability changes from Grapple to Lunar Infused Grapple. This Lunar Infused Grapple works the same way as your normal grapple, except it now deals 800% damage and triggers a physical damage buff after use. I'm not sure exactly how much this physical damage buff is supposed to be, because my Lunar Lancer is only level 25, but at my current level, the attack buff was around 1.5 times damage, which is a pretty significant amount to get essentially for free. The Lunar Lancer's ultimate ability has also been drastically overhauled, and completely changes your other abilities when used. To use your ultimate ability, you first have to reach 100 Moon Power. Upon reaching 100 Moon Power, you can activate Lunar Form to get increased movement speed, 50% damage reduction, and 130% increased attack damage. While this ability is active, your abilities will cost Moon Power, and your Moon Power will drain over time until it reaches 0, transforming you back into your basic form. The real cool thing about this transformation, however, is that all of your abilities are modified while you're transformed. Your basic attack turns into Crescent Combo, where you perform a sweeping cleave attack that deals 680% damage and has a chance to stun. Your primary ability becomes Eclipse Spear, which is the same as your normal primary ability, however it now deals 550% area damage and doesn't pull you towards it. Your secondary ability becomes Lunar Slam, where you jump into the air and slam down, dealing 1150% damage and stunning all nearby enemies. Lastly, your ultimate ability that you probably recognize from before becomes Blessing of the Moon. This ability summons a spear from the sky that increases stability and also increases movement speed. This ability also applies a healing over time buff to allies. In all honesty, those buffs don't really help at all, but the ability does do 1350% damage to enemies on impact and deals additional damage over time, so it certainly packs a punch. All in all, the Lunar Lancer changes and buffs are actually pretty impressive. I might honestly have to level up my Lunar Lancer to max level sometime and try him out with some proper gems. With that being said, however, there are some more additional changes in the patch notes that I wanted to point out before wrapping up the video. The Delve weekly contests have received some bonus rewards in addition to the previous rewards that they gave. Each contest now has unique temporary banner rewards that don't give mastery or stats and reset each week, but are basically just cool cosmetic banners to show off. In addition to the banner changes, we've also received 5 new dungeons in total, 4 in the Geode topside and 1 in the Cursed Vale. Although it isn't much, I'm honestly really happy that they're still adding new dungeons to the game. Sometimes Trove does get a bit repetitive when the environments aren't ever changing, so adding these new dungeons helps mix it up a bit when you're grinding for gear. The update also added 28 new styles for hair, fists, spears, and more. I can't really showcase them since there's 28 of them and I literally don't have any of them, but feel free to look them up in game for yourself. Lastly, the only other thing that I wanted to point out from the additional updates section is that Plasma will no longer drain energy from the Lunar Lancer or Pirate Captain. This is quite a small change, but it is important to point out since Plasma draining energy on the Pirate Captain or new Lunar Lancer is pretty rough. That's about it for the Lunar Leap patch notes for Trove. There are a few more changes that I didn't mention since I personally didn't feel like they were worth bringing up, but I'll leave a link to the patch notes in the description in case you want to go check them out. If you enjoyed the video or learned something new, be sure to like and subscribe to show your support for the channel. If you have any questions about anything, let me know in the comments section below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.